everyone, it's Tammy, and I am going to do my third and final card using the We Must Celebrate stamp set from Stampin' Up. This is in the Occasions catalog, and if you are interested, I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. My website is down below, and I would love for you to become a customer of mine, and I would be honored to be your demonstrator. So what I'm going to do is I have a piece of Post-it note tape here. I am going to stamp my little bunny rabbit right onto this Post-it note stamp or tape, just like that. And then I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to cut this down to a card size. So I'm going to cut it at 5.5 on the long side. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And then I'm going to score it on the other side at 4 1/4. So then that becomes my card base. And then I'm going to score this, or burnish this edge so it'll be nice and crisp. And then I'm going to take the remainder and I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I want this to be 3 3/4. Oops, not scored. Cut 3 3/4 by 5. And then that will leave me enough room to put a backing behind this one. I just don't know what color I want yet because I haven't quite decided on my colors, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So I'm gonna take my bunny stamp, and let me do it over here, and ink him up, and then I'm going to put him about right here, just like that, in the middle of my page. Clean him off, put him over here, and then I'm going to go ahead and color him. And I think I'm going to use my markers just like I have with the other two stamps. And I think I'm going to make him a light gray with a pink nose and a white chest and a white tail and pink ears. So I'm just going in and coloring this now. In the second card that I did, if you guys haven't had a chance to see that, I did use Night of Navy and Cajun Craze, and I really like those colors together, and I may use those again for this one because I do have some leftover and some scraps, and it would kind of be nice to go ahead and use those, because when you get too many scraps it kind of gets out of control quickly. And I think I have enough scrap of both of those, or at least, yeah, I think I do. I think I do. I'll check it out when it's time. So I may just use those same colors again. Now I'm going to color his little inside of his ears, this pink pirouette, and his nose. And then that's all the coloring I'm going to do on him right now. Actually, I think that's all the coloring I'm going to do on him, period. This doesn't want to go down in there. There, okay. I'm going to put my colors away because I think I'm done coloring. But what I need to do is I need to cut out this little guy. And I need to cut him very fussy cutting. I need to go right at or a little bit inside of the line. And I'm going to use this as a mask for my card base, or my card front, the bunny that's already on there. So I'm going to fussy cut this, and then I will be right back. Okay, so once you've got that fussy cut, you can just put that right on top of your image. Now, if you guys noticed, I used the tape for this, the Post-it tape, but you could use a Post-it note too. I just sometimes like the Post-it tape a little better because it has like sticky on all sides, but it's just a temporary stick. It's not a permanent stick, so it's really easy to remove once you've laid it down. And what I do is I keep these with the set so that I know that I won't have to keep recutting this. Usually, sometimes you'll have to cut it again. Now I'm going to use some of this Brusho crystal color as well, and I think I have like an orangey. I do. So I'm going to use this as my, as my like the Cajun Craze color. Oh, I have a crazy, whatever, a crazy little thing. Cut that off. Okay, so to do this crystal stuff, you just have to put some water down. And our black, sometimes if I don't let it dry long enough, it will bleed, and you can kind of see that, and that's so aggravating to me. And I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it upside down. I have some holes poked in the top, and I'm just going to tap it on the back. And honestly, just that little bit is probably enough. We'll see. I'll put it back, and if I need more, there's always more, but you can't take any away, so be sure you, you know, are careful with it when you're doing it, because like I said, you can't put any back once you've gotten it out, or take any away from the card once you've done it. Now see, that's turning brown, like kind of green, because the silly black is getting in the way. It's frustrating. It shouldn't do that. So sometimes you might even consider using Memento ink or something like that, or Stays On ink for these kinds of projects. And I apologize, because I sell Stampin' Up! And I want it to be the best product out there, but honestly, sometimes it's just not. So I have to be honest with you guys. The basic black is pretty and it's nice and crisp, but it's not my favorite black. I'm going to go with another round just because I want it to be a little darker orange. I kind of like that it brought in some of the blue up there. I mean, it looks blue. It's not actually, but I kind of like that it did that. So I'm going right over my stamp, or yeah, my stamped image. I don't care if it's a little, you know, in there. That's fine with me. I might even put a little bit more down here. I might even take some of this blue and just go up here at the top with it, just a tiny bit of it, because that goes crazy, this blue does. And just kind of to blend the colors together a little. I don't know. I'm just playing and having a little bit of fun with these new, what are they called? Brusho colors. Is that what they're called? Brusho crystal colors. They are a lot of fun. I really am enjoying them. And you get all 5 colors in one box, so that's kind of nice too. And I think that's good. So now I'm going to clean off my marker on my Stampin' Scrub. Get all that cleaned off. My aqua marker. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this a little bit with my heat gun. Now for this one, I don't need to let my heat gun warm up. I can just start drying it. Now here's a cool part. We will take off this little guy and magically, isn't that neat? So we got him down there and he's already colored and everything and ready to go. Now I feel like we need a little something something, so I'm going to take this piece of Night of Navy and I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4, and this will be the base of the card front. I guess this will be the card front because this will fit on top of it like that. But I'm still kind of thinking I need another little piece. Maybe, goodness, maybe this one will actually work. And I can just put this like maybe underneath this little bunny. I should cut this at 4 though. Same size as the white. Oh no, it is cut at 4. 3 3/4. Like that. And then I need to bring in some of this orange color somehow. Let me see. Oh goodness. This is all I have left of that, so let me get another little scrap piece. And I lied, this isn't Cajun Craze. This is Calypso Coral. Oops. Okay, I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to go 1 inch by 3 3/4. And then this one, I'm going to trim down probably half of this size, or whatever I can get out of it. I think I'll put that there. Then I will put this here. And actually I want this to be a little smaller, so I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off. Oops. I hope I am. Sometimes it doesn't want to play right, so. You have to make it. Okay, I think that will work. So I'm going to take my Night of Navy and I'm going to put that right down on my card base. Then I'm going to take my image. And I'm going to, since it was used with the aqua pen, it gets a little wonky, so I want to make sure I tape it really well. And then put that down right in the middle of the Night of Navy. And then I will take this piece of Calypso Coral and put it down here as though the bunny is kind of standing on it. Kinda. And then I'm just going to take this extra piece of Night of Navy just to give it a little more something something. So I'll put a little stripe in it to kind of help bring the colors together. And then I think I might want some rhinestones or something on this. Or even some sequins would be cute. I'm going to go with the rhinestones because that's what I have handy. And I'm going to use these medium-sized ones. And this could be an anything card. I mean, it doesn't have to have a sentiment in it. And often I will make cards with no sentiment. You guys probably know that, so that I can make them into anything that I want them to be when it's time to give it. I can just put my whatever I need to say on the inside, and I can leave it cutesy on the outside, or I can put a sentiment on there if I feel like it. I'll add another one. And then I need to add one more because I think that's an even number and I like odd numbers better. I think the odd numbers are just more pleasing to your eye. So there we go. There is card number 3. Pretty cute, huh? So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.